what the business is. You already know who it is, man. Let's get straight into it, man. Hey, we finna talk about Antonio Brown, man. Antonio Brown going viral right now all over the internet. Bro left the game mid-game. Left the game, took his shoulder pads off, threw all his stuff in the stands, walked off the field. Man, everybody is like on this boy road right now, man. Word on the street is Antonio Brown was supposed to make $1 million this evening if he had so many catches, a touchdown, and yards. So I guess the coach ain't like the way he was playing, and the coach ain't want the game plan to be ran through AB today because they was losing at the time. They was losing. They was down like 2 touchdowns at the time. So I guess they didn't want Tom Brady getting AB centric because they need to win this game. And AB seen that shit and he ain't like it. He said something, and Bruce Arians was like, "Okay, you out, bro. This show, I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you. You done. We cutting you, bro." Hey, regardless of that shit, you gotta be a professional at all times. I'm talking to the young black men that watches this channel, man. Be a professional at all times, man. It's not sports. It's a team thing, bro. It's about team, not about I. If you want to be about I, go play golf, go play tennis. Football, basketball is a team sport. It's not about an individual. Yes, an individual can make things happen for the team, but you are not the team, bro. One person is not the team. You feel me? AB is going through some shit, bro. Like, it's clearly he ain't in his right mind, bro. Everybody claiming CTE. A lot of people condoning the shit that he do. And it's just sad, man, because this dude is very talented. This man got talent out this world, bro. And instead of him using his talent and being able to capitalize on the second and third and fourth chances that he done got in the league, AB was supposed to have been out of the league 3 years ago, man. All the shit he did, and you have the biggest fucking NFL player, the most iconic NFL player. People think this man the GOAT. Put his neck out there for you, Tom Brady. Put his neck out there for you and get Bruce Arians to let you come and be back on the team and shit like that. You crying about some senators, or you acting a fool about some senators that you could have been had you not got caught up with a fake COVID card. You got caught with a fake COVID card. You didn't get caught with it. Your chef ratted you out because you wasn't paying your chef. Told somebody that told the team that you had a fraudulent COVID card. You actually didn't go get the vaccine. You had a fake COVID card. Got suspended for 3 weeks. You ain't even supposed to be playing because you're not even vaccinated. You probably vaccinated now because they done made sure of it, but you wasn't. The whole time you was saying you was vaccinated, you had a fake COVID card. And these people was still letting you ride. Could have cut you right then, because then you, like, bro, you ain't got no more chances. This Antonio is a prime example of a player that got all the talent, so they let him get away with all the bullshit. He didn't use his talent to get away with so much shit. And now today is the end of it, bro. And you hate to see it, man, because you don't want this to be an example for other young black men coming up in this industry. NFL is a bottom line billion-dollar corporation. They not finna be going for this fucker for too long. Only reason why he got this last chance is because Tom Brady put his neck out there for him, man. And it's just crazy to see this shit. And the Fox had a panel and they was talking about AB, and I'm gonna react to it. And we gonna listen to what they had to say about Mr. AB, man. It's crazy, man, because like this dude gonna be the topic of discussion all day tomorrow. Everybody gonna have a topic about AB, about what he did today.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but really the story that came out of this game, unfortunately, it's Antonio Brown for all the wrong reasons again, guys. He decided that he wanted to quit on the Buccaneers right in the middle of the game. And you can take a look at the playoff picture. We'll get to that story in a second. Over here in the NFC, and you can see that Green Bay obviously sitting there waiting to play Minnesota. The Rams are in the second spot right now after virtue of beating the Baltimore Ravens. Tampa Bay still holds on to the third spot, and Dallas obviously clinching the NFC East over there. Arizona's in as well, and Philadelphia still controls its own destiny by beating a Washington football team.
So, Boomer, you alluded to the fact that the story is, of course, what's happening with one Antonio Brown. Well, after the game, there was a local Tampa reporter, Rick Stroud, who posed that very question to Bucs head coach Bruce Arians.
Tell us what happened to Antonio Brown. Did a guy leave the field like that, and is this the last strike for him?
He is no longer a Buck. All right, that's the end of the story. Let's talk about the guys that went out there and won the game. Well, I didn't.
Just like that, man. You cut, bro. You out of there. I beat him at enough money. He don't care, bro. But it's still, bro. It's just you don't want that to be the last time people see you, bro. You doing shit like that, man. That's crazy.
Said it was not in our ear here, but I will say this. I would think that Bruce Arians probably decided to cut Antonio Brown right on the spot. I mean, you can see what's going on here on the sideline. I'm not really sure what's happening here. We have a fans video a little bit later on. You can also see that Antonio Brown looked like he was talking to Mike Evans about something, and then he decided to take his uniform off, his undershirt off, and his gloves, and just try to, I guess, get the fan base going.
Throwing up the peace sign, that means I'm out, right?
Yeah, and I guess I have never seen anything like this. Here's the only thing all I can tell you right here, guys, he needs help.
And here's a fan
Obviously
video.
needs help.
Here's a fan video. This is Mike Evans basically telling him, I need you to keep your pads on. Don't worry about what's going on. I need you to stick in this game. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of speculation. We're not going to sit here and say he's losing his mind or he's crazy. I feel like those words are very dismissive to what somebody could be going through. So we don't want to make any assumptions. What I do know is that at this point when he was so-called benched, he was 8 catches away from $333,000, 55 yards away from $333,000, 1 touchdown away from $333,000. Now, I'm not saying that is validation. I feel like regardless of what happens on the field, you have to be a professional. And if you want to...
What I said, that's word on the street. He had a senator, but you could have got that as senator if you didn't get suspended for 3 weeks. You would have had that already.
Something to your team or your organization, you do that in the locker room or after the game. You don't take your pads off. You don't throw your jersey in the stands. You don't chuck the deuces up to the opposing team crowd as you walk into the locker room while the game is still going on.
Clearly, you guys know that, being from the fraternity, as I turn to Coach. I mean, it's abundantly clear, safely to say something's not right. He needs a lot of help. Clearly. We did the A.J. Brown piece earlier talking about matters like that. Look, the NFL knew what they were dealing with in this situation, and, sadly, this is what we see, Bill. But your thoughts?
Well, it's a pattern of behavior. We've seen it everywhere he's been at this point. You can see it from the time he was in Pittsburgh till he goes to the Raiders, till, where he is right now. And it's just, it's sad. I mean, intervention really is needed right now.
Absolutely.
Because this guy... if you can't play for Bruce Arians, if you talk about players coach, he holds people accountable. Yes, he may have pulled him out of the game because he didn't like the way he was playing. That's part of being a coach. That's holding people accountable. But you know what? When it's all said and done, he's given him a second chance, a third chance. With all these things that have taken place, he's given him a chance to come out and redeem himself. Where does he think he's going to go from here? He does not put any kind of thought process into thinking about his actions.
But the fact of the matter is, if you talk about him going any...
Well, I got these boys burnt up with you, AB, man. I ain't feeling that shit, boy.
After this, that's a disservice to the young man.
Yeah.
That intervention should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah, and let me be very clear. I agree with everything that you're saying. But there is a chance that this wasn't a meltdown or an episode. Maybe this is just a player who lost it because he's sitting back saying, you're going to bench me now when I can get $1 million if you just throw me the ball for the next couple of quarters, which is still very selfish. Yeah. So I'm just saying, I know there's two sides of this, which is why we have to kind of talk.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to do, Nate, man. I feel you, bro, but that's Antonio's fault, bro. You got caught with a fraudulent COVID card, bro. Like, you could have been had that money. So, no, you don't have the right to act the way you act, bro. You didn't. No.
Line a little bit here live on TV, but regardless, that's just not how you
Target 5 times, 3 receptions for how many yards? 26 yards. So clearly he wasn't being ignored.
Right.
But you know what? At this point, though, the guy is the one who needs help.
I'm not disagreeing with Nate at all. I think that may have something to do with this. And again, I don't want to speculate. The thing that I want to go back to is he had a fraudulent COVID-19 vaccine card.
Right.
He should have never been allowed back in the first place. And now to act this way, this is why you don't bring a guy like him back. So if he needs help,
Who's
he
the
can
one
get
that
help.
advocated strongly to bring him to the
Tom
team?
Brady did.
Who was
Tom
it? They went
Brady?
to the bench to try to get him.
Tom Brady did.
Exactly.
And how about Mike Evans? And how about Bruce Arians? And how about the organization, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, sticking their necks out trying to help this guy? I don't know. You know, I'm sick of talking about it. I want him to get healthy, and I want him to be healthy.
Well,
but I can tell you, he just left his team in a lurch, and I have never in my life ever seen anything like that.
Hey, Bill and I, we can debate this, but you've been the calm one throughout this. But go ahead, put a pin on it.
No, as I said, it comes down to a lot of times it's unfortunate because it is a profession, it is a job. You are going to be held accountable, but you're also getting compensated accordingly. And then sometimes you have to make a decision. And this is contract detrimental to a team. To quit on a team in the middle of the game and to do it in that manner, and an away game, to sit there and get the fans riled up and to walk off the field like that, he will not even be on that plane going back. And you know what? It's production and tolerance, JB.
Yeah.
At some point, you know what? You're tolerating more than you're getting. It isn't worth it. It would also jeopardize the integrity of what you're trying to build on the team. I would say goodbye. This man needs help. And you know what? I hope he gets
And Coach,
Yeah, man. Hey, them boys burnt up with you, AB, man. Hey, that's my time, bro. It's the Wizard, man. Y'all boys be safe. Like, comment, and get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this shit. Share the video, too. I'm out.